Hello everyone, welcome to my toy store. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can make your own toy store. So what you're going to do first is you're going to get a couple of toys. I've picked out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 toys to work with. And you're going to need a blank piece of paper, and you can get some coins. You need maybe like 2 or 3 of each kind of coin. We need 2 or 3 pennies, 2 or 3 nickels, 2 or 3 dimes, and 2 or 3 quarters. Okay? So before we get started, what you're going to do is at your toy store, first of all, you can make a sign for your toy store. You can decorate your room or make an area of your house your own special toy store so that you can sell it to your family. I'm sure they'll give you your toys back. Don't worry. So make a sign, and you can decorate it. This isn't very exciting, but it's just a label for my toy store. And you can hang it up somewhere and decorate your store. Then you're going to need a blank piece of paper. So what we're going to do is you're going to need to make a couple of price tags, or at least remember how much everything is. So make a couple of price tags that say 25 cents that go with our quarter, a couple that say 10 cents, and that'll be our dimes, and a couple that say 5 cents for our nickels, and a couple that say 1 cent for our pennies. Okay? So what you're going to do first is you're going to decide how much everything at your toy store is. So once you have these labels, you're going to put them under your toy. So I'm going to say my bracelet's 1 cent, the whistle is 1 cent, and the monster truck here is going to be 5 cents. This little dinosaur guy is going to be 5 cents. This little spinner thing, that's going to be 10 cents. The little unicorn horse thing will be 10 cents. Okay, and let's see, the bear will be 25 cents. And I have a couple too many. Maybe this doll will be 25 cents. Okay, so what you're going to do at your toy store is you can buy a couple of things at a time. You can buy 2 toys at a time, or you can buy 3 toys at a time. It kind of depends on how much you want to challenge yourself. So let's say that I want to buy this spinner, it's 10 cents, and I want to buy this doll, 25 cents. So what I'm going to do on a blank piece of paper is I'm going to say, well, that would be 25 plus 10. Okay? And remember that when we add 2-digit numbers, you're kind of making that invisible line in between them so you can add them in columns. And we always start with the right side first. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 2 plus 1 is 3. So if I was selling this to someone in my family, let's say I was going to sell it to Kevin, I'd say, okay, you want these 2 things? You need to give me 35 cents. So you've got to figure out a way to pay for that, and that can be tricky. There's a couple of ways. You could say, well, I'm just going to kind of follow what I did here. The 25 cents is 1 quarter and 1 dime. Okay? So 25 plus 10 is 35. Or you could make it different. You could say, well, I know that 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30, and a nickel is 5 cents. So that's another way to do 35 cents. Okay? So I'm going to put these toys back, and I'm going to buy a couple of different things. This time I'm going to buy this little flying unicorn thing, and I'm going to buy the monster truck and the dinosaur. Okay? So here I have 10 plus 5 plus 5. So again, I'm going to write that down and write 10 plus 5 and 5. And remember that when you do this, this one's kind of tricky, because since 5 is just one number, you've got to put those numbers on this side and keep them in the right column, okay? So you could do this in your head and say, well, I know that 5 plus 5 is 10, and I know that 10 plus 10 is 20. Or you could add them column by column. So I know 5 plus 5 is 10. We haven't done this yet, but if you carry your 1, you get 20. Okay? So then if you're selling this to someone in your family, you can say, all right, you owe me 20 cents. So you can do the same thing that we did in the last problem, which is just match up the amounts with the coins. So I could say, well, 10 cents was a dime, and 5 cents and 5 cents. Okay, and that would be 20. Or you could say, well, I know that 5 and 5 makes 10, so I'm just going to use 2 dimes because 10 plus 10 is 20. Okay, so let's do one more. And this time I'm going to buy the bracelet and this bear for 25 cents. And I'm going to buy this little dinosaur guy. Okay? So now for this one, we have 3 numbers again. Remember, it's up to you. You can buy 2 things or 3 things. 3 things is a little more challenging. So for this one, I'm going to say, well, I have 25 cents, 5 cents, and 1 cent. Okay? And when you're adding this, you can say, okay, you know what? I'm going to remember that whenever I'm adding, I start with the biggest number first. So 25 plus 5, that's something you can remember because you count by 5. So if you're going 10, 20, 25, 30, you can say, okay, 25, 30, that's 30 cents. 30 plus 1 more is 1 cent. So then I can say, well, I have 31 cents. Okay? And you can always just take your same coin amounts and say, well, 25 plus 5 plus 1 makes 31 cents. Okay? So I want you to have fun, be creative, find some fun toys, and give them amounts. When you're giving them amounts, only do it by the coin amounts, like 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cents, and 25 cents. All right, I hope you guys have a fun time playing store.